I'm Eliav Ehrenkrantz, and I'm 12 years old, and I'm in 6th grade. My favorite part of being Jewish is probably the environment around me. I go to a Jewish school, and the environment of the kids there is so great, how we're all Jewish and we feel a connection to each other, and I like the beliefs of Judaism.
I'm Rebecca Richmond. I'm 12 years old and I'm in 6th grade. Even if we don't know each other, it's just we share a history. I just like that everybody's so close, and like I could walk into a synagogue in Israel and not know anybody, but I would just automatically have a bond with them because we're all Jewish and we all like share a background. And it's like all about food and warmth, and it's just really nice.
Hi, my name is Jeremy Rideller. I'm 11 years old and I'm in the 6th grade. I like the community aspect of it because if, God forbid, I didn't have any family or direct friends, I would still have a community I could count on.
I'm Leora Elizabeth Haber. I'm 11 and I'm in 6th grade. I think my favorite character is Abraham because there's a midrash or story that says he tried to get people to believe in God, and his father had an idol shop, and Abraham smashed all the idols when his father was out and put something in the biggest idol, who he had not smashed, his hand. And when his father came back and asked what happened to all my idols, Abraham said, the biggest idol did it. And his father said, how can he do it? He's only made of stone. And Abraham said, see, that's exactly my point. Why are you trying to say something else? You yourself just said that he's only made of stone and he can't move. So I think that's my favorite because it shows that Abraham wasn't afraid to stand up.
Probably Miriam, because she, even back then you could see how women were starting to become more independent, and I just like that it kind of points her out as a individual. When they were all crossing the Red Sea, when they got to the end, she led all the women in dancing and singing.
My name is Yaakov Malamit. I'm 12 years old and I'm in 6th grade. Yeah, my favorite character in the text is Yaakov because that's my name, and he was one of the forefathers, and he was, in my opinion, the most important one because he actually gave birth to most of the nation. He had 12 sons, all that led to the 12 tribes.
So my name is Anya Hutter. I'm 12 and I'm in 6th grade. I really like the character Ruth because she was inspired to be Jewish, and she really committed her life to that to help out her mother-in-law. And I think it's a really pretty story.
In school, I studied Rabbi Akiva, and I really enjoyed learning about him, and I really liked his teaching and everything that he said. And one of my favorite stories of him was when he was being tortured by Romans. His last words were the Shema, a Jewish prayer.
We have a lot of holidays compared to most religions. I like all the holidays for their own reason.
And we have a lot of customs and a lot of laws for all these holidays that we have.
Where Shabbat came from is in our belief, when God created the world, on the 7th day he rested. So on the 7th day of our week, we are supposed to rest like our God did when he created the world. I think the most important beliefs in Judaism, I think it's Shabbat, back to Shabbat again, because I think it's that we obey God, and one of God's biggest things was creating the world and obeying to keep the rest. That was pretty much the biggest thing, because creating the world was pretty big.
I think about Shabbos a lot because that's a really special day to me. We don't work, we don't go to school, and I go to shul every Shabbos, and I have a really nice community in my shul, so I like it a lot there.
We are dressed nicely, and we say special prayers, and we have a rest day, and it's really nice just to have that day to reflect and think about what you'll do for your next week.
My favorite special holiday is probably Pesach, the Passover holiday, because it tells the story of how we left Egypt and how we actually became a people.
Probably Hanukkah because of all the presents and food. It's the Festival of Lights because the Jews only had enough oil to last one day, but it was a miracle because it lasted for 8 days.
Purim is my favorite holiday because it reminds us that even though we have a lot of restrictions about being Jewish, we can still have fun. Purim is about the celebration of when Queen Esther freed the Jews from Achashverosh and Haman, who were trying to kill them. And we were so happy then that even to this day, one day every year, just one day of nonstop fun.
Happy Purim!
Our yarmulke is a head covering that men and women too put on their heads. I think I learned that the reason is to remind us to look up to God. Some people still have big kippahs. We don't really have to wear a kippah. It's more, the rule is a head covering, so eventually this was just designed. But I think it was invented for modesty purposes also, which is big in Jewish religion.
I wear one on the Sabbath day.
Every day we pray at school, and when we pray we try and make there be some nice melodies, and then in school we learn about the prayers, and then they're more meaningful, and it's really nice, and our services are nice. I like the Amidah, but I don't do the Amidah the traditional way. What I do is I pray during the Amidah for whatever I feel like it needs to be prayed for.
I think the hardest thing about being Jewish is keeping kosher, because it's not hard since I don't know what bacon or a cheeseburger tastes like, but it's hard if I'm out with friends and they want to go to McDonald's or something, and then they're sitting there eating like a cheeseburger or something, and I can't have that, and in fact I can't eat anything at McDonald's.
The things that are hard about being Jewish is that you get singled out a lot, and sometimes you get pinpointed by anti-Semitism.
I live in a neighborhood where I'm the only Jewish person there, and it's hard when they see me building a sukkah, and it's just they always ask me about it.
I think the most important belief is that all people are created in the image of God, so that all people are special and holy.
Probably giving tzedakah, because it's just I know that we're helping out, and it feels good. So,
can you just define tzedakah?
It's giving charity.
Jews believe that in one God, and that God created everybody and everything. And they also believe that that we should always be trying to fix the world, because God made us so that we could fix the world, because the world was not complete.
They're mostly believing in peace, and that even though there's a lot of bad things going on in the world that Jews witness, they still want to see about peace, and there are a few prayers that pray for peace.
In Judaism, where the Jews are not supposed to be better than everyone and at a much higher level, but we have a close connection with God.
We're kind of commanded to do the right thing, so we end up doing some of those, and I think that can help make the world a better place.
What I like most about being Jewish is that it connects me with a tradition that's been around for thousands of years, and it makes me feel good because I know that I'm connected to a lot of people that have been around for a long time.